Assalamu alaikum, dear viewers. I am welcoming you all to the new lecture on behalf of our channel and Gowns. In this lecture, you will be hearing about the changing of date and time at the midnight and what is the Islam saying about this change at midnight. From the history immemorial, we came to know that time is a numerical figure that is divided our days and month year. From the Roman Empire, calculation of date from the midnight has started. Their main argument behind this was sunrises varies by season. I repeat, sunrises varies by season. This was their only argument in favor of starting a date at midnight. But actually, what the nature offered us is a huge dimension of time so that we can accordingly adjust our life and daily activities. So that we don't restrict our vision and mission to the watch, a small watch having 12 hours numerical figures. Rather, the Creator has allowed us to look at the horizon of the sky and divide and design our days in accordance with the changes reflected in the sky and the nature. For example, in our current lifestyle, we usually get up at 6 a.m. and then take preparation for office or business, and we start at 8 to reach the office by 9 or 10. And then we stay 8 hours at our office or at our business premises. And maybe at 6 we pack up from the office or business premises, again started for the residence, and by 8 we have dinner, by 9 we start watching television, and by 11 or 11:30 we go to bed. That is our lifestyle. So it's clearly evident that this time structure has no reference to, no relevance to the nature, to the sky. In other words, the heaven. So as a result, what is happening? We are missing the natural inspiration that is available for us to enjoy. While, on the other hand, what Islam has offered to us, on the other hand, what Islamic perspective offers us is that we can divide our days as per the natural phenomenon, that is, from the early morning we can start before Fajr prayer. We can get up, and then early morning, sunrise, bright light, and the falling of the sun, down, dusk, and the moon, a star, and darkness, and deep darkness, that is dead night. If we divide our time in this way, we can have a lots of benefit. For example, each moment we can get inspiration to look forward, to move forward. And this principle, which is similar to the divide and rule policy of the British Empire, allow us to take control of each moment, to make use of each moment. It also makes us conscious about the entry and exit of time, each moment. It also allows us to grasp or have a clear understanding of the time and its nature. Actually, there is a close proximate relationship between time and life, which is now being ignored by most of the people of our time. What our current calculation system giving us? Yes, definitely it make us forget the value of time and the dimension of time, because time has different dimension in addition to our external observation. For example, most of the graveyard of a city are situated outside the city central point, because the system actually works in a way so that people are not reminded of people can't remind of their actual time frame of the life and the different dimension of life. I mean, the life, but different time, different dimension of time, that is time, a particular time after our death. Death after death time after the death, which will have a different dimension of time. And it is true, being a Muslim, we believe that two angels are named Keraman and Katibin. They are on our shoulder, writing our activities, positive or negative. They exist simultaneously at our lifetime, but with a different dimension and a space that we can't see through our physical eyes, but we believe in them. But after the death, our eye will have that power to watch that particular dimension of the angel where they are currently living now. Another point is that we actually wants to commemorate our time by taking a picture and posting it on the Facebook, or watching TV, news, and the picture in a frame we decorate our room. These are the ways we use to commemorate our time and date. But actually, these types of commemoration or remembrance or catching doesn't give us any inspiration. It doesn't have any impact on our life. Even it doesn't have any, virtually it doesn't have any impact on our thinking, way of thinking, and the days ahead. We pass the days with repentance, and tomorrow we start with some unrelevant wishes or dream. If you notice that in the morning, birds get up in the morning, they start their days in the morning. They follow the natural phenomenon. They remain healthy. They are not getting sick, as we experienced in everyday living. So we should have some lesson from birds. Muslims in the Ramadan, they take iftar after the sunset, because during the sunset and with the sunset, a day's end, a day end, a day end. Everything terminates with a sunset. And after the sunset, we can have a new day in the Arabic calendar. That is also a point to note, that we, being a Muslim, follow the natural timeline during the Ramadan for iftar and sehri, but not for other things in our life, which should not be. We should imply these practices in our daily living, not only in Ramadan. And this case is actually hugely noticeable, because in the solar system, sunset brings a great change. We should follow this. We should take note of this, because no other things in the universe is as big as the solar system is. Solar system is the bigger and the biggest things the Lord has ever created. But with the sunset, it changes. It changes, it changes. Excuse me. But what we are doing now, we are ignoring these changes. Even one great enjoyment of our life is watching the moon, which is also ignored in our current context. But Islam says that our life has a great relation, natural timing, natural time. If your heart is a pure one, you can understand and comprehend the true nature of time and make use of this. And if you don't have a pure heart, your time will run fast. This has been reflected in one of the hadith of the Prophet Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. This hadith has been described in the Tirmidhi Sharif, and in that hadith, Prophet suggests that during the end time of our life, a day, a year will be equivalent to a month. That means that impure heart will get a year as a month. he will not enough time which a year should offer. He will, it means that a month, a year will seem to him as a month. How reduced the time is. So it is wise to have better relationship with the Lord, who will offer us the true benefit from our time. That is also a gift from our Creator. We are getting closer to our lecture today, but at the last stage we want to remind you one of the verses from the Holy Quran, that is from Surah Bani Israel, verse number 12. Allah says that I have made days and night as evidence, and then we make the night as dark and the day as bright, so that you people can seek mercy from your Lord, and so that you can fix your date and time. And I explain everything in detail. These verses from the Bani Israel also suggest us to take note of our every moment. Yes, every moment. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you have different thought on this point. Let's have your thought in the comments.